What's going on, guys? It's Swim here, and in today's Warframe video, we are going over how to farm for the new Warframe Koumei and everything in between. In this video, I'm going to show you how to complete the mission itself, where to buy the new items, blueprints, mods, and some tips and tricks that I have found to speed up the process. Before we get into it, if you did enjoy this video, then please help me out by liking, sharing, and subscribing. And with that being said, let's get straight into it. To be able to start farming for Koumei, you first need to have completed the Swimzy's Vigil and Once Awake quests. Once those quests have been completed, head on over to Cetus on Earth. To start the farming process for Koumei and her weapons, you will need to look for a shrine just off to the right as you spawn in. You can also use the fast travel option and choose the Koumei tab to instantly teleport to the shrine. Once you click on the statue, a couple of options will pop up. Both of the Swimzy's Vision's options will spawn you in a new shrine defense mission. However, the only difference is the difficulty. The first choice will have the standard star chart difficulty, while the Steel Path option applies the Steel Path modifier. To start farming for Koumei right away, click on either option and enter the Fate Dream. There are a few things to know before farming for Koumei. The Steel Path option will increase the mission difficulty like normal, but in return you will get more of the new Fate Pearl material. The rewards for completing the mission without Steel Path enabled will grant you between 14 and 18 Fate Pearls, while the Steel Path equivalent will grant you between 20 and 24 Fate Pearls per mission. You can also start this mission in the navigation screen in your orbiter. The mission is on Earth, so you don't have to keep returning to the shrine. Since we will be fighting the infested Deimos in this mission, I suggest that you either use Blast, Gas, or Pure Heat. Blast and Gas will help you deal more damage against the infested Deimos faction, and Heat deals a ton of damage to the infested overall. When you load into the shrine defense, you will notice that unlike a standard defense mission, you have two zones to protect from the infestation. Once you collect the first blessing on the table and head for the shrine, the two zones will appear. These circles will generate more Koumei blessings for the shrine. If the enemies reach inside of the zones, then the blessing for that specific area will halt. Each area, if uninterrupted, will take 30 seconds to produce another blessing. To move on to the next phase of this mission, you will need a total of 5 Koumei blessings. There are a total of 6 effects that will randomize every time you deposit a blessing. These 6 effects are: Liar Worm's Feast, squad becomes invulnerable; Twin Cavats, squad gains lifesteal effects; Ripples on the Deep, squad gains critical chance; The Virtues, squad gains heat damage; Stars of Perfection, squad gains sprint speed and parkour velocity; and Eidolon's Jaws, squad gains reload rate and fire rate. All of these effects last for 30 seconds and will proc as soon as you deposit a blessing. Once all 5 blessings have been deposited, you then need to kill 30 enemies to progress. Keep in mind the total number of enemies needed to kill will extend by 30 per player. So if you're in a squad with 3 other players, then you will need to kill a total of 120 enemies to proceed. After the kills have been completed, the infested Oni will appear. You will need to deal damage to the Oni to move to the next stage. After the Oni has been damaged, its health bar will turn grey and it will be invulnerable until you collect 2 more Koumei blessings. After the last 2 Koumei blessings are deposited, you can finally take the infested Oni down. The Oni will drop a new material called Fate Pearls. This material is the currency you need to purchase Koumei and her items. Now, if you are lucky, you can pull some of Koumei's Warframe and weapon blueprints after the mission, although it is not guaranteed. Once you collect enough of these Fate Pearls, you can purchase various different items from the Offer Fate Pearls tab at Koumei's Shrine on Cetus. Some of these items and blueprints cost more than others. Koumei's blueprint costs 165 Fate Pearls to purchase, and her other 3 parts cost 55 Fate Pearls per part. Koumei's signature weapon blueprints also vary between prices, since both the rifle and melee blueprints cost 135 Fate Pearls, and the parts for both weapons cost 45 Fate Pearls each. There are also 2 new unique mods that can be equipped on her weapons. These mods cost 150 Fate Pearls each, and her Prex card costs a whopping 200 Fate Pearls. When at the shrine, if you select the Roll Koumei's Dice option, it will allow you to test out and learn the different combinations that can be rolled. This is merely for aesthetic purposes and has no effect on gameplay. It's just a little insight into Koumei's abilities. As we all know, the difference between Steel Path and normal star chart is night and day. The mission becomes harder, but you do acquire more rewards. Personally, if you're just farming to acquire Koumei and her weapons, then the standard difficulty is preferred as it is easier. If you wanted to farm for Koumei and Steel Essence at the same time, then completing it in the Steel Path is better. However, the Infested only gains damage reduction, which drastically increases its durability. If you have an overpowered weapon and a decent frame, then this shouldn't be a problem, but in my opinion, you might as well farm without the Steel Path modifier, since it is incredibly easy compared to Steel Path. Now, you don't have to complete this mission solo. You can either squad up with friends and complete it together, or you can random queue. Playing with a squad, especially on Steel Path, can make the mission easier and a lot faster. The Infested only can also be a pain in Steel Path, so having a squad can be a big help. You can also gather 6 blessings at the same time, which results in all 6 buffs applying at the same time.
Movement speed, fire rate, crit, bless.
Oh my god, you can stack them!
Eat.
Dude, you can. Oh my, I just instantly I'm gonna buff up real quick. Oh, Acolyte's dead.
The Oni is almost dead.
That starting damage was mad.
Yeah.
Dude, this enemy is like the worst enemy in the game. There we go. When it comes to the non-Steel Path version, I used Rhino Prime and made a Rhino Stomp build with range, strength, and efficiency. If you go to this spot and have enough range, you will be able to stomp and kill all enemies between both defense areas. This speeds up the process even further. Alrighty guys, so that is everything you need to know about how to farm for Koumei and her weapons. Please let me know down below what you thought of this new mission type. And as always, if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you guys all so much for watching. It's been Swim, guys. Later.